Odds the Lions land Hutchinson at number 2 overall. Let's Talk Lions. Welcome back to an all-new episode here at Let's Talk Lions. My name is Jay. Thank you for hanging out. Just want to remind you all, live draft watch party here on the channel, Thursday, April 28th at 7:30 p.m. Be here or be square. Benny.
Come on, Benny, man. The kid is a L7 weenie.
Well, the mock drafts just keep on refreshing as we are getting closer within 1 week of the draft just about. And as they keep refreshing, we just keep seeing new things coming out, specifically in a draft where there is no clear-cut number 1 overall choice. There's no quarterback that is going to change the franchise, no Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, anything like that. And so we keep watching as the mock drafts continue to just sort of change. In fact, we have seen a dramatic shift in the betting odds for the number 2 overall selection, which the Lions are slotted for. After about a month of Kyle Hamilton being the betting favorite for the number 2 selection in the draft, it seems that Kayvon Thibodeaux has made his way into that number 2 spot. This is all according to Jamie Eisner of the Draft Network. Now, it's fascinating to me seeing the drastic rise in stock value of Thibodeaux over the last month, which is why all of this pre-draft speculation is really nothing more than hot gossip in the 5th grade, when Molly rolls into class printing out all of her conversations on AIM from the night before, shares it with Megan and Haley. Next thing you know, Jay's in some hot water for mentioning who his crush is. True story. Still haunts me. It's crazy because just last week you have Albert Breer reporting that Dan Campbell's not a fan of Thibodeaux. Is that actually true or not? It's just there's so much of this smokescreen type play where you're like, did Dan Campbell ever actually say that? Or is this just being made up because it's a smokescreen and Campbell is hoping that, well, if Hutchinson goes number 1, Thibodeaux will be there at number 2. I don't know. I'm not a wizard. I don't have an orb. I should get one. We're really just playing one gigantic game of Secret Hitler at this point. Now, this leads us to the number 1 overall pick with Jacksonville. It's being reported that Jacksonville has some serious interest in Travon Walker. Peter Schrager of Good Morning Football made mention that, hey, that's where his sources say Jacksonville is going. That's the direction they're going. Thus why in his mock draft, he has predicted that Jacksonville takes Walker. And according to Schrager, he's saying, hey, this isn't about what I think each team needs. This is all according to what my sources are saying. And I really think the hardest part about predicting the first 3 to 5 moves that are going to be made in this draft comes from the fact that, as I said earlier, there's no clear-cut number 1 overall. There just isn't. Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, I mean, you name it, the first-round draft pick, the overall number 1, just isn't there. There's no franchise-altering quarterback sitting there where you're like, we know that somebody wants to trade up, that Detroit needs that QB, or that Pittsburgh needs whoever it is, Carolina needs a QB and is going to try to jump somebody else to get to one. That doesn't exist this year. So because there's no number 1 clear-cut decision, that has been what has created this. It could be Walker, could be Hutch, could be Thibodeaux, could be anybody. I wish I could sit here and say, yep, well, we know that Hutchinson is the best, so the Jags will take him. Or, well, we know that Travon Walker is the best selection, so the Jags will take him. I wish there was a number 1 so that we could just sort of move on the way that Jacksonville, we all knew, we're going to take Trevor Lawrence last year. It would make it a lot easier to be able to predict what's going to go on down the line. As a Lions fan, when I look at Jacksonville right now, I see a team that desperately needs an O-lineman. They need to add some bulk there and protect Trevor Lawrence. Thus why I really foresee them going with Neal, going with the offensive tackle. But it's Jacksonville. So what are the odds that Detroit actually lands Hutchinson at number 2? I think they're really good. I really do. When you look at Jacksonville and their specific needs, what I believe they need, it doesn't seem like an edge. And I'll say this, if I'm wrong and they don't go offensive tackle and they end up going for an edge or a D lineman, according to Peter Schrager, who's hearing these rumblings, it sounds like that Travon Walker might be their guy. Again, this could all just be one gigantic smokescreen, in which case I've been duped. Thus, the draft roulette spins evermore. So again, I do believe that the chances of Hutchinson coming to Detroit are pretty high. He would be my number 1 selection at the number 2 spot if available. It just makes the most sense. But alas, we will not get to that discussion today because we could go on forever and ever and evermore. Wow, I said that word twice in like 15 seconds. That's weird. It's too many times. Forevermore. Lenore, the Raven, Edgar Allan Poe. I'm cultured. That is it for today. As always, thank you for liking this video, for subscribing, for throwing your comments. Get us to 5,000 subs before the draft. That would be special. It'd be a lot of work, but it could happen. Angels in the Outfield. Go watch it because it's great. It's just a good movie.